We're on the table, and it's very clean. Hello, everybody. We're here again, looking at another camcorder. Because I like looking at camcorders, and they're using the same tape that we used in the JVC weather cam, as dreadful as it was. This lifetime guarantee 999 VHS CE C30 twin pack 0743917. The rat attack as a demonstration. But yes, today, if you've read the instructions or the name of the thing, we're looking at the Panasonic NV-G2B in this beautiful bag. A camera that, unlike the JCV weather cam, I have an incredibly high regard for. I really like this camera. So let's waste no further time and get the thing out. Power supply, we'll need that. And the camera itself. There's not much else in here. There's an original battery, as in an original battery. I have the feeling that this probably doesn't work anymore. We should put it with the batteries in the thing. I didn't think about that. Oh, well, but yes. There we go, push the button. Here is the Panasonic NV-G2B in all its glory. It's a camcorder. It's had a replacement microphone cover. And it has the optional extra light on the top, which I can't remember how to get off, and it only works some of the time. There we go. So let's just take that off the cover. Here's your camcorder. As you already know, we've got a heated shoe plate here. We've got two camera and VTR. So what you want to do is zoom controls, date, time set, operate, AV, or composite, whatever you want to call it, out, which is great, standard button, and a viewfinder, which took me quite a long time to figure out how to get off. And there was a pubic hair stuck right there. Pubic hairs. Viewfinder. Just what you want to hear on YouTube. But yes, that is that. Interesting camera. And we can date this one, the worldwide sponsor 1992 Olympics Games. So... Oh, and focus buttons on the bottom. So I'm going to assume this is 91, 92-ish as a release. I was unable to find a release date for this one, although I do have the instruction manual, which we'll have a quick look at. But I was able to find the next model up, which I believe was the G3 or the G4. In the Argos catalogue, I think it was in 1992 or 93. I went through the Argos catalogues looking for this camera. And that was priced at £700 in 1993. So we can assume this one's probably going to be roughly the same sort of price. So a very, very expensive camera. But is it worth it? Well, this is where we find out. So yeah, we've got this camera. It's got a digital autofocus, 8x zoom. It's a digital zoom. It's not manual. There's no manual focus except for the two buttons here. Date and time, fade, title. Never use these functions, but do. Got this. To open it, you actually have to put it this way, and the eject button is there to stop this opening up on the viewfinder and damaging it, which is quite a smart and annoying design. Operate button, batteries, battery eject, DC in, remote, other things. Recording button. Not much on this side. You've got an earpiece, a microphone, and a character generator. I don't have the character generator for this. I've got it for another camcorder. I don't think they're compatible, though. On the top, which we've already had a quick look at, we've got auto light. We're currently set in VTR mode as it's slid down, so we can stop it, pause, play, rewind, and forward. Or we can move it up, and this brings up the controls for the camera itself. So zoom, close, memory, color mode, short play, and long play. Set to short play for the last time I used it. Just a little catch here that indicates where this is, so it knows where to do. Zoom buttons. Shift, date and time. So a pretty simple camera. So I'm going to put the light back on because I do actually keep the light on here. It does work, although I haven't managed to get it working recently. Now, if we go in here, I've got up here. Just quickly get this out. We have the DC cable, which we're going to need in a minute. And I believe I keep the spare battery packs in this one. And I have two battery packs. Now, I remember you mentioned in the JCV Weathercam one that it came with a battery pack that was new. This is the battery pack. It stayed with this camera because it works with this one. Cameron Sino. And the battery pack I brought. The camera itself, this cost me £20, the whole lot. Didn't have any battery packs, but everything else was £20. Which makes this a very easy to get a hold of. This is one of the easiest to get a hold of early 90s cameras you can get. It is ridiculously cheap. I've never seen one for more than £35. And that's not a bad thing, because it is also a very, very good camera. I have very little bad to say about it. I do have some bad to say about it, but very little. Good, this still has battery in it. So we'll take this off and we'll have a quick look through the viewfinder, which you have to pull out. Now, the viewfinder on this camera, unfortunately, its downside for me is it's breaking. The viewfinder is slowly dying on this camera. Can I? Come on, off you come. I got it off once. It's not going to let me take it off again. Yeah, the viewfinder's dying, unfortunately, but we can see it. Hello, Pidge, how are you doing? Hey, Pidgey, how you doing? I see you. We all see you through the viewfinder. Yeah, I do like the camera that you can do that with. Auto light, I don't actually know how you get it working. It works sometimes, it doesn't work other times. There's the lens. I said it's an autofocus, so there's no real manual controls, though you can control it using these buttons down here. And the zoom does work as well. The battery has just run out, which is great. So without further ado, this is the battery I use for the filming location. Didn't actually charge it. I think the other one's charged. We'll plug the power supply. Now, I must admit, it's not the right DC cable. So occasionally it doesn't work, and you have to put it in the right way. Like that. So I put it in the wrong way, basically. It's the wrong cable, to put it bluntly. I really should get the right cable, but it does work sometimes. Yay. This is not my choice camera for transferring video footage. Oh, it just doesn't want to work, period. This is not my choice camera for... There we go. Not my... Fourth time with this sentence. Not my choice camcorder for... Let's just do a zoom test. For the transferring of video footage to VHS. Never has been. To computer, rather. I use a different Panasonic model from 94-ish. Although I would use this one otherwise, but I actually quite like this camera in use. The zoom works. Of course, controls. Here it's hop around. We're in VTR mode now. And back to camera. Now, as I mentioned, we have to push this button here to open it up. It opens up quite easily. We're going to put our EC30 Rat-a-tat tape in. Just like that. Now, I don't know if it was that noisy back in the day or if that's just age, but it's quite a noisy camera when it's setting things up. Although when it runs, it's fairly quiet. You can hear it, but there's not much to it. And it runs very well. As I said, this camera outside is surprisingly good for 92. The light's not working because it can tell that the lighting is good in here. The main thing I don't like about it is it feels cheap. It feels very, very cheap. I'm going to stop recording that. Very, very cheap. Like, if I spent 500, 700, £1,000 on a camera and I got plastic that's all right. But here it's very loose. You know, it just doesn't feel good. That's really the only major downside I have to it, besides the fact that it hasn't got a manual focusing lens here, although you can set the focus here, so, you know, you need it to focus further away, you need to set it focus closer. That's fine. This annoyed me at the beginning when the whole moving this all the way around to eject, but looking at it, it's actually quite a clever system, so I'll give them props for doing well on that one. And the fact that I couldn't get the viewfinder off for ages and there was a massive pubic hair hidden under it didn't help either. But, yeah. It just feels cheap. It's not, but it feels cheap. I'm going to put that down to more construction of the time. Now, before I show you the video footage, I just want to show you the typical instruction manual people. As you know, all instruction manuals from the 90s have awful pictures of people in them, and as you can see, we have a football game here where a man kicks a ball and another man gets the ball, and then he looks at the man standing at the shop, and then he kicks the ball so high that it almost goes into someone's head, and the ball goes inside the shop, destroying everything, proving that you don't need a bull in a china shop to destroy everything. Yeah. This is actually something about editing, to be fair, which I should read. And incidentally, it comes with a handle accessory, which I really, really want to get because I really like cameras that you hold like that a lot. And pretty much every camera that exists where you hold it like that uses a VTR. And VTRs are a pain in the arse. And there's your light. So yeah, possible accessories, but yeah, the instruction manual. I said I can't fault it. Oh, here's another one. Oh, hello, darling. How are you doing? Yes, I'm beautiful. Oh no, I'm not in the right colour because I'm all faded. Happy. Wipe. Wipe. Happy. Wipe. I have no idea what that's about. Oh, it's got notes in the back so you can write things like, I like this camcorder. It's not a JVC weather cam. Can you tell that I really don't like that bloody camcorder? Flipping X-teeth. Anyway, I think we've looked at this enough, so I'm going to do the standard thing now and show you a couple of minutes worth of video footage taken at tropical birdland using this camera. So, I'll see you soon, birds. I think I'm pointing it at him. It's hard to tell with this viewfinder. He's just a black lump for me. Oh, but his feathers. Oh, he's excited. Right there. I'm get a couple of oh.
You're not very smart now.
Yeah, give it to your friend. Come here. Look at the polish.
This one's more like poly.
I see a drip one. Oh, they're still alive. They're rather than dried.
Here's a nice quick snapshot you can shoot. No, too much. That'll be right.
Camouflage is not good enough to hide from me.
Oh, I'm going to reach over for you. Oh, yes!
Oh, hello there. What is this weird contraption? What is it? Do you want it? You haven't seen one of these for a few years, have you, mate? Or at least since the last time I came along. No, you haven't? Oh, that's interesting. What's your name? Oh, do you want it? Do you want it?
He's after the dead man.
Here we see one of the combatants from the Emu War in Australia. This particular soldier was captured during the Great Battle of the Dam, where the Lewis gun was jammed after only 12 rounds were fired. This soldier was found and captured and brought here to this internment camp, where he remains a prisoner of war for nearly 100 years. These emus are very, very dangerous and should not be taken with a grain of salt, but rather a whole pot of salt.
And a whole Lewis gun.
Indeed. You lost the war. How do you feel? How do you feel? Yes, walk away. Walk away from me, yes.
So he's a male. The little one, that's a female. The blue one I think is a female. And the little one from here looks like a female as well. So one male, two females if I was to guess. I find females tend to be more aggressive. Hello.
Oh, that's perfect. No man to cover I want to.
Hello. Are you going to bite it? You're going to bite it? I'm gonna lick your camera.
Why would you lick my camera? Why would you do that? You're a silly bird. What is that? So I need a fast SD card.
Oh, that's why the slow SD card is screwing you over.
Yeah.
Why am I doing this?
Because you're weird. We love you.
I'm gonna feel sorry for them. Their entire existence is basically to be eaten by birds. How much must that sell? And so there we are, another quick look at a camcorder, the Panasonic NV-G2, the worldwide sponsor 1992 Olympic Games, and admittedly, a very, very good camera. I like this camera a lot. It is my go-to for early 90s video footage. My personal favourite is a JVC from 1996, but we'll cover that another day. But in terms of early 90s, very, very much like this camera. Its microphone is pretty good. Its vision itself, especially outside, is good enough. More than passable. I said it hasn't got a manual focus, which is a problem, but its zoom works, the camera itself works, the lens finder is a bit naffer than this one, but they're not expensive to replace. So yeah, if you're looking to get into old camcorders, or you even just want a camcorder to transfer your video footage from your VHS Type-C tape to your PC, 20, 30 quid, you can get one of these, get it with a power supply, and you can transfer stuff straight over. It will do a great job. But yeah, Panasonic, I don't hate all of the products that you make. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. Tell me what you think. Did you have a G2 when you were young? Did you see one? Did you manage to drop it down a ravine somehow because you are very careless? Let me know, and I will see you next week. Or next week. But I'll see you next time when we probably won't be looking at a camera. Then again, I seem to be filming a lot of camera-based content right now. It appears amongst VR, toys and cameras, there's a lot of stuff going on my channel. I really need to push it into one thing, but I'm not going to. Bye, everybody!